Hey, it's Ken Gagnon with YouTube channel Gamebits here to set up the PlayStation 4. I've set up the PlayStation 4 before when it came out last year, but this is the Destiny bundle, which is Glacial White, and also I'm using direct video capture as opposed to using a camera like I did last year, so I thought I'd go through another installation setup video, this time with a little bit higher production quality. So you can see it's asking me to plug in the DualShock 4. Now the DualShock 4 is a wireless controller. You do plug it in to charge it, but it's not asking me to charge it. It's asking me to plug it in, I suspect because the PS4 controller, just like the PS4 itself, has its own firmware. And I will probably need to update the controller at some point during this setup video. So I just plugged it in via USB. And let's see what happens next. English is the language in which I will be recording this video. And it asked me to set up my internet connection. Yes, let's do that. The PlayStation 4 does support both Ethernet and wireless. I'm going to go with wireless, even though my router is right next to the PS4. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to use my Orchard. It's where I hang all my apples. And it's going to ask me for my password. Let me see, I'm going to erase this part of the video while I input my password so that you can't all see it. Haha. There, and that is my password. I am not using MAC address filtering on this router. If I were, then I would need to go find the MAC address on this PS4. MAC standing for Media Access Control, not Apple Macintosh. But I suspect most people don't use that feature. And I've only temporarily disabled it for this setup video for ease of use and convenience, so I'll enable it later. And connect the camera. I do not have a camera. The PlayStation camera, or sometimes called the PlayStation Eye, from a previous console generation. Please set the date and time. It is September 9th, and it is 2:16, so it has correctly connected to the internet and downloaded the current time. I accept your terms, sir. Enjoy your PS4. Well, thanks, I guess. Let's see, what's next? Welcome to PlayStation. Why, thank you. I seem to recall my last setup video being much more complicated. There were firmware downloads and the like. Let's see, I probably need to download some firmware updates. I don't know that I do, it's just that that's pretty typical whenever a new console comes out. Settings. System software update. Let's see if there are any new features. Version 1.76 is available. What version am I running now? I don't see that information. But let's see the details of this new version. Main features include system software stability during use of some of the features. Well, stability is always nice. Duh. Okay, let's go ahead and update that. So exciting, downloading updates. Wow, look at my super fast internet. Not really. Yeah, the last time I installed a PS4, it asked me for my PlayStation Network ID and asked me if I wanted to subscribe for a membership to PS Plus and all these other features. Now this installation is taking kind of a while. Let's see if I can speed that up. Let's see. If it was the Microsoft, I would just say connect. That probably doesn't work on the PlayStation, does it? Connect. No. Microsoft. No. Xbox. Download faster. Well, the download certainly went faster, and then the system automatically rebooted, and now it's installing the update that it previously unpacked. This seems to be going much faster than the last step. So no need to enact my magical Xbox powers on the PlayStation 4. Bet you didn't know I could do that, did you? %. Yay! What's next? What's next? Come on, I want to play my PS4. Well, now it's rebooting yet again. Are you sure this isn't a Microsoft product? The way it always turns off then back on again to make it work? Press the PS button on the controller if you insist. I am using this. User 1. Isn't that something from Tron? Oh, here's where it asks for my PSN stuff. Alright, I have this. I can do this. My sign-in ID. Again, I'm going to temporarily obscure this from you. Nothing personal. And there we go. Please wait. More waiting. Always waiting. Setting up a game system. There's a reason I took the day off from work to do this. Alright, I love being automatically logged in. Hey, that's me. That's Galaga. You saw me set up that avatar, like, a year ago. Okay, so now I'm in. I'm in like Flynn. And I can still go through all my settings and change stuff. I got a friend request. Yay! But that's pretty much how you set up the PS4. That was easy. Actually, a lot easier than I expected. I thought it would ask me for a lot more information. Maybe because I already had a system or account to set up. I don't know. Anyway, this is not going to be a full tour of this video because I already did all that and those parts haven't changed. But I do want to disable HDCP. Where do I do that? Because that allows me to record my game. Whoop, that's not it. That's what I meant to go. How do I turn off HDCP? That's high definition copy protection. And with the original PS4 launch, that was not an option in games. But with software update 1.7, it was added. So I just have to find the right setting. Where is it? Where is it? System. I think that's disable HDCP. Yes. And the screen temporarily blanks, and then it comes back, and now I can use my Elgato Game Capture HD. So much nicer. In fact, I think I'll switch right now. There, now you probably didn't notice, but I just switched from using my Kinect Pro to my Elgato Game Capture HD. The display is already much better over here. I'm having a much better experience with the system. Error history. Initialization, that's how I delete everything if I want to sell the system. Why would I ever want to do that? PSN. Now, I was supposed to get a free PS Plus trial with my console. I didn't see any coupon in the box, so I don't know what happened to that. Automatically log in. No. Yeah. There we go. Face data. I don't like my face's data being anywhere but on my face. A couple of other neat things I want to show you. System information is where I'm going to rename my system. And there are two other ways to change my data entry. I can move around the keypad as I have been, but that touch screen... Ooh, look at that. I can actually just move around like this. That's pretty slick. Whoa. It does take some getting used to, apparently. I'm going to call this Destiny. You can push in on the touchscreen. So all you need is just the one finger to navigate the keyboard. It's still pretty slow going, though. Also on that same screen, that's where you get the MAC address that I was talking about earlier. If you want to filter your access to the internet by device, just plug that into your router and it'll be able to access the PlayStation 4, the internet. Great, back. So now I can really get into some games. So let's go ahead and do that. Stay tuned to YouTube channel Gamebits for lots more PS4 goodness and action, starting with Destiny. It is your density.